What is truly in your control? There is a belief that quietly shapes how most people suffer. It sounds harmless at first, even motivating. If I try harder, I can control the outcome. If I do the right things, life will respond correctly. If I am good enough, disciplined enough, faithful enough, things will work out. The Stoics thought this belief was the root of unnecessary pain, not because effort doesn't matter, but because outcomes do not belong to us. This is the first and most difficult Stoic idea to accept. You do not control what happens. You only control how you meet it. Most people misunderstand this and hear weakness, resignation, passivity, giving up. The Stoics meant the opposite. They believed clarity about control was the foundation of strength. Epictetus begins his philosophy with a blunt line: some things are up to us, some things are not. That's it. No poetry, no comfort, no negotiation. Your body, your reputation, your wealth, your status, your health, your success, your relationships. None of these are fully yours. You influence them, but you do not own them. So what is yours? Your judgments, your intentions, your response, your discipline, your character. The Stoics called this the inner citadel, the one place life cannot invade without your permission. And this idea becomes uncomfortable very quickly, because most of our anxiety comes from trying to control what was never ours to begin with. We worry about how we are seen. We replay conversations. We feel loss, humiliation, decline, or rejection. Not because these things are unbearable, but because we believe they should be avoidable. The Stoics disagreed. They believed life is uncertain by design, and that peace comes not from certainty, but from consent. This is where Stoicism is often confused with fatalism. Fatalism says, nothing matters, so why act? Stoicism says, everything you do matters, but not for the reasons you think. You act with excellence, not to secure outcomes, but to remain aligned with your principles regardless of outcome. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire that could collapse at any moment. Plagues, wars, betrayal, political instability. He did not believe virtue protected him from loss. He believed virtue protected him from being broken by it. That distinction matters. The Stoics do not say, this will turn out well. The Stoics say, whatever turns out, I will meet it well. This changes how you experience life. Failure becomes information, not humiliation. Delay becomes training, not punishment. And loss becomes reality, not injustice. And here is the part most people resist. If you truly accept what is not in your control, you lose the right to blame. No more blaming fate, no more blaming people, no more blaming circumstances. You gain something harder, responsibility for your inner state. That is why Stoicism attracts disciplined minds. It demands maturity. It refuses to comfort the ego. It does not promise that your efforts will be rewarded, only that your character will remain intact. And this idea is not foreign. It appears across cultures, traditions, and centuries under different names. Patience, endurance, trust, submission to what cannot be altered. Not passive submission, but grounded acceptance. The Stoics understood something modern culture avoids. Trying to control life makes you fragile. Accepting its limits makes you resilient. When you stop demanding that reality obey you, you stop being at war with it. And then something strange happens. You become calmer, clearer, less reactive. Not because life improves, but because you no longer need it to. This is why Stoicism begins here, before success, before leadership, before discipline, before power, with a single uncomfortable question. What am I exhausting myself trying to control that was never mine to begin with? And once you answer that honestly, the next question becomes unavoidable. If outcomes were taken away, if recognition disappeared, if success was no longer guaranteed, would you still choose to live with integrity? That is the Stoic test, and that is where this season begins.